When you think about an i5 and a 4060, you might think of words like entry level. I say that because that's what I wrote before I ever got my hands on this hardware. But after getting 59 FPS average in GTA 5's benchmark at 4K max settings, this Focus Ghost not only dramatically exceeded my expectations, but it's genuinely making me question how much you have to spend to get a great PC gaming experience. I could run you through every game I tested, but benchmarks are boring, so I'm gonna keep it simple. This computer can play anything at 1080p with high to max settings. The only exceptions are games that are terribly optimized, like that weird demo Star Citizen, or like Portal RTX, which according to most reviews runs bad on everything. For every real game I tested at 1080p, I saw over 100 frames per second with max settings. Fortnite in performance mode was 320 FPS average, and when I turned on ray tracing with settings, we still did an average of 120 FPS. Older and less intensive games will run great at 1440p, and some games pushed playable frame rates at 4K. Don't get this PC expecting to play games at 4K. If something runs great on it, it's the exception, not the rule. If I could go back in time and this was my first gaming PC, I would be over the moon. You can game, stream, or edit, and it's a great starting platform, allowing you to do anything you want right now, play any game, while giving you options to expand in the future. Let's talk about future-proofing and upgrades. Do note, while we're happy for you to upgrade the PCs that we sell, our lifetime warranty only covers parts that we have installed, not the parts you have installed. If you have questions, reach out. If you're a pure gamer, no programming, no content creation, you just want a game, the graphics card is the only consideration to upgrade in the near to distant future. I say that because I don't think there's any reason to right now. I would hold off personally for new hardware to come out before even considering an upgrade, especially since the 4060 can use NVIDIA's latest AI upscaler DLSS 3.0 and 3.5. This graphics card may stay competitive for even longer than any of its predecessors, whom still dominate the Steam hardware survey, mind you. So if you're happy at 1080p, I think you could stick with this exact system for a long time. For those who are looking for higher frame rates at higher resolutions, I'm sure the 5070 will be tempting whenever it actually exists, as long as it's cheaper than a used car. Last note on the GPU. The 4060 does not get loud or hot under any circumstances, so you're getting a real gaming PC that will never feel like you own a space heater or a leaf blower. If you're a power user who puts your PC through real workloads, there are some different upgrades you might want to think about. For example, doubling the RAM to 32 gigs is cheap, super easy, and will let you leave programs open without having to ever worry about it. When I'm editing video, I like to leave Photoshop open, DaVinci open, I got something on the side monitor, and I don't like to think about it. And 32 gigs is a good point to get that done. For most gamers, this isn't important, but depending on the games you play, how many mods you have installed, and how many Chrome tabs you like to leave open, you too could benefit from 32 gigs. But don't underestimate what you can get done with 16. In terms of CPU, I think i5s have gotten a bad rep. With 6 cores and 12 threads, you're going to be able to do a lot with this processor. If you've never owned a computer, it's really easy to get caught up in the attitude that bigger number equals more better. And admittedly, 5 is less than 7 and 9, but this processor's really good. Good enough that in most games, you're not going to see anything other than a marginal improvement from upgrading. In more demanding tasks like rendering video, or if you're streaming for a living, not a hobby, you will see more significant results from an i7 or i9. The good news is that with this motherboard, you have 3 generations of processors to choose from, and all of them are still relevant, even if they're a couple years old. But as always, upgrades like a CPU are really specific to you and what you're doing, so if you have any questions about what you should get next, let me know and I'll do my best to answer them for you. So TLDW, people in threads are going to tell you to spend more to optimize. But if you don't have a computer right now, or if your system isn't running games like it used to, I think this is an incredible value, especially considering the lifetime warranty and support. I'm genuinely shocked by what can be accomplished with lower end hardware. Okay, do me a favor, if this PC isn't what you're looking for, check out the ready to ship section at exoticpc.com, link in the description. Tell me what systems you are interested in so I can walk you through it. I have access to an insane amount of hardware, so let me know what you want to see.